What's up, guys? Okay, so most of you all know, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, that this is my concealed carry setup for my firearm. QBO tactical holster. All mine have multicam black on the front. It's the Cadora with some kind of bright backing, and all mine almost look the same way. My backings may be a little different. The gun has been safety checked. Sometimes my backings are green, but most times they're not green, but orange, but most times they're this green right here. And then we have the multicam on the front. Now this is actually one of the most comfortable holsters I've ever used. I don't know why the X Macro one is so comfortable, but it is. And I carry it quite often. But there's always a caveat. If you use one of these and carry it for hours, which I have done, you'll always get a little bit of a hot spot, or it pushes on you a little bit and makes you a little sore in your lower abdomen, right in this area right here. It never fails that happens. So I just happened to be scrolling through Instagram the other day and an item popped up, and this is how it will come right here. I contacted the company and asked them if this thing could be cut. This is what it looks like right here, because what you do, let me just go ahead and tell you what you do. You actually put these Velcro pieces on the back of your holster, put them on the back of this, and it kind of goes like this right here. Well, for me, I didn't want all this right here. I didn't need that. So what I wanted to do was actually cut this out to form fit to my holster. That way I didn't have all this excess sticking out everywhere, me trying to draw my gun and getting caught inside this. And the guy that owned the company said, yeah, you can actually do that. That stuff is perfectly fine to cut. There's no problem there at all if you want to cut it for your holster. It should all stay together. And he offered to send me a few of these. That way I can use one on one side and put one on the other. And that way my whole holster is covered. And what this is, it is a pad. It is very soft. This rubber part goes towards the holster like this right here. And all I'm going to do is, I may stick this to it first. I probably will. I'll probably go ahead and stick this to it and get it stuck down. And then I'll just use like a Sharpie. I will, trace this out and then cut it maybe just a little bit small around the top where my draw stroke is. The bottom, I may actually leave a little bit wide because that's where you get most of your hot spot at, is down in here. But what this should do is add a little bit of padding to the back of this holster so that you don't get that hot spot. Now, I've been looking for a product like this for a long time, and I've actually talked to a few holster companies about, I don't know how you would, but integrating this into it. Actually, I don't think you could sew it into it, and I don't think there's any way to just heat it up and stick it to it. I don't know what the best way to do it is. Maybe you could do it somehow like they do the front, where they add some kind of glue and stick it to it. I don't know. But I've been looking for something like this for a while to make Appendix concealed carry a little more comfortable, and this right here may just do the trick. So let me turn the camera down and show you how this works. It should be pretty straightforward, and then I'll cut this out and come back and kind of show you what I did, and then we'll put it on and see how it feels, and I'll tell you if it's great or if it sucks, or if you should go out and buy one right now. I don't know until I get it on. I won't know, but I will tell you this right here feels really good, actually. So I think this will feel really good next to your body. I don't think there'll be any issues with it at all. But let me turn the camera down and we'll show you how to put this on. Okay, guys, now they send you like an instruction right here. It says clean holster with alcohol pad, attach hook and loop strips, attach GunZee holster, rubber side next to the holster, and then be comfortable. So they send you this, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use my own alcohol, and I'm going to clean the crap out of this holster because I want to make sure that this is not going to come off. And I've been wearing this, and stuff, so I know there's probably some sweat and stuff like that on it. So we want to make sure that we get all that off and make sure it's a good area for this to stick to. I'm just using regular alcohol, nothing special. This side probably won't need as much if I was guessing, because this is a smaller side. But I am going to put one of these on both sides just to make sure that it is as comfortable as possible. I'm actually going to clean this a little bit too. I don't know if you need to or not, but I am going to, just in case there's any kind of oils on it or anything from where I've been touching it. So we'll just kind of wipe that off like that right there. We'll wipe the other one off whenever we get out in a minute. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these in some of the high spots on here and see if we can get this to work. Now, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the soft side on the holster, just in case there's ever a time I don't want to wear this or something happens to this and I have to take it off. I don't have to try to peel all these off and get all the stickiness off till I get back home, like if I'm on vacation or something. I'm actually just going to stick the soft side towards the holster. That way, if you do have to take that off, of course, the soft side is located near your body and not the hard, sticky side. Put one like right up here. I probably should have put that closer to the top so it doesn't flap around. I'm sure I can't take it. Oh, I can. There we go. I may not need all these. I'm going to use a brand new one. My advice would be stick this as close to the top as you can probably get it. That way it's not flapping. I didn't think about that immediately, but that's probably the best course of action on this. Come down a little bit, stick one right there. We may have to use the one we've taken off. Actually, I'll have some extra on this side, so I'm not too worried about it, because there's no way it'll take that many on that side. Put one down here near the bottom so it's not flopping around. Put one over here on this side near the top, and I'm just going to steal one or so from this side over here, maybe two. Just want to make sure it isn't coming off on me. Stick another one down here towards the bottom. All right, you can see how many I put on there. I think this will be good. I think it won't be flapping or nothing like that. You could probably put another one like somewhere right in here. Maybe that's where I'll put this one at right here. I kind of pulled loose. It seems to be sticking fairly decent, so we'll put it right there. There we go. These things are just stuck all over this holster now. And again, if you decided you didn't want this or something, you could always peel these off, take a little Goo Gone. I'm sure it would all come off just fine. Now what we are going to do right here is we are going to stick these on top of this. And I'll show you why we're going to actually put them on top of this here in just a second, which is probably pretty, evident on why we're going to do that. That way they're exactly placed on the holster where you want them to be. And then two more from this side. One more. Right there. Okay, now all we're going to do is I'm going to try to line this bottom up right here a little bit, like so. And then I'm just going to press this on, like this right here. And then there you go. It's on, it ain't coming off. It's sticking pretty good. Now you can un-Velcro it if you want to, which is what I will do. What I'm going to do now is take a silver Sharpie, edge this out through here, and cut that out. So let me go get a silver Sharpie because I forgot one. We'll be right back. Okay, got my Sharpie, got my scissors. I'm just going to outline this right here, all the way around the holster. Right like that right there. So you can see it's outlined all the way around the holster. Next, I'm hoping this stuff peels off fairly easy. It doesn't peel off the holster itself. There we go. All right, now next one I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut this out. I don't think you have to be like crazy precise on this because I mean it is just foam that you're cutting. So if you're not perfectly in the lines, I think it'll be all right. Now this side over here, I probably will try to get on the inside of this line as much as possible because that is where my draw stroke will be. Okay, you can see right there, pretty much just fits the holster. So now we'll just line up this top one. The rest of them should just align right back up as well. And that is what you're left with. I mean, really and truly, you can't even see it on the holster because it's so cut out to form fit it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this side just like I did this side. And once I get it all done, I'll be right back to show you the finished product. And we'll try it on and see what I think about it. All right, guys, so here's what we have. You can barely, now over here you can see a little bit because it kind of sticks out. So it wasn't really anywhere in here to stick one of those pieces at. You can stick it at the top. So you can kind of see it right there, maybe a little bit right here. But for the most part, your draw stroke area and stuff like that has all been molded out. Here's what it looks like on the back. It pretty much covers the entire holster. Again, the gun is safety checked. Spare magazine, and right there is what you have. All right, so let's put this on, see what it feels like. Okay, guys, here it is. It's pretty comfortable, I ain't gonna lie. I can already tell that the hot spot in the lower part of this holster, where it's pulling back up against you, is going to be way more comfortable because I mean, there's a considerable amount of padding in here, but it can squish down. So even with it squished down, I still don't print, at least not any more than I normally did with the X Macro. And your draw stroke actually may be a little better because this might actually help pull it out just a little bit. So your draw stroke might be just a little bit better. But really and truly, guys, I'm going to wear this thing for about, I don't know, a month or so, and I'll give you an update. But I didn't know if any of you guys knew that this even existed because I did not. Sorry about shaking the camera. Because I did not. So I want to wear this for a little while, see how it holds up, make sure it doesn't start coming apart or anything like that. And then I'll give you guys an update on it. But for right now, seems to be a win as long as it all stays together and doesn't start pulling apart. Another thing is, it's almost like insulation. You can't even hardly hear your gun being holstering. It's pretty funny. But again, very, very soft material. This right here, it goes against your body, is very, very soft and slick as well. I'll link GunZee below in the description because all they sell is this. There's no firearm sales, YouTube or anything like that. They're just selling padding, and you can use this padding for anything. But primarily, you'll probably want to use it on the back of your holster just to make it a little bit more comfortable. Again, I want to thank GunZee for sending this out because I have been looking for something like this for a long time. And after testing this, and if it holds up real well, I'll probably put this on the back of all my Appendix holsters because I hate when I'm carrying this thing for hours upon hours and then I start getting a hot spot and getting a sore spot. I've actually had bruises on my lower abdomen where the holster was like poking into me and I'd be bending over and stuff like that and the holster would start poking against me. And this should probably eliminate that as well if I was guessing. Again, guys, I'll link GunZee in the description below. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. See you in about a month or so and I'll give you an update. We'll see you next time.